Welcome to Land the House. I'm Seth. Bluetti just sent over the EB55 and the solar panel that goes with it. This is an inverter that allows you to charge through solar, a wall plug, or a car charger. And you can use this in an off-grid situation, or if you're camping, going on an RV trip. It's just a great power backup to run all different kinds of applications. So let me go ahead and do a top-down view unboxing, and then we will charge this with the solar panel. And after that, we will just test out various things that this can run. Let's get to it. It's kind of a big box, so I've got you up pretty high there. So let me go ahead and open this up. This one's in the gray color. The packaging is pretty nice. You've got an envelope here that we will dive into in a moment. You've got this box right here as your charger. And let's see if it's got, yes, so this right here will allow the solar panels to be connected up and charged through solar. It does have the car charger, and then this piece here should go with this quite large and bulky wall plug. But we'll get into all those charging options in just a moment. Let's pull this nice packaging out. Now these are a little bit heavy, so definitely take care when you pick them up. There's the unit there. Since we're already on the top-down view, let's set that aside and see what's in the box for the solar panel. I'll try to get this unboxing part done quick. I know you want to see the product in use. So there is a handle, good. Oh, you can't see that. Okay. Ugh. The solar panel is also quite heavy, so be careful when you pick that up. All right, nothing else is in the box there. It's got several bits of tape. That's fun. It's a velvety finish to it. Some literature, and then just a bunch of, man, that's heavy, packing material. Let's kick that off to the side. Okay. And I think we're gonna look at this a little bit closer out in the sun because it's a bit cramped inside here, but that's just kind of what comes in the box of the solar panel. Let's see what's inside of this nice envelope. Okay, looks like a warranty card, and then the information booklet says keep it out of direct sunlight. That's good to know. I guess you can use the solar panel to put the unit behind whenever it's charging outside. So let me read through this real quick, and then we will take a look at the actual unit itself. Here's the EB55. Let's take a little tour around this unit, starting with the front. So it does have an input with a cover on it right here. So you can do your DC MPPT, it's the solar, or your adapter over here. And it actually can do dual charging where you can use both at the same time and charge at 400 watt max. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna imagine that would charge this up pretty quick. You've got a cigarette lighter out over here. And then you've got 12 volt 10 amp over here that you can use. And then down here you've got your typical AC 120 volt 60 or 50 hertz apparently, 700 watts. And you've got two outlets up here that have the ground. They're not actually grounded, it just has a spot where it could go in there. And then down here it has no hole for ground. Now to turn on this AC or DC section, so here's your DC output over here for USB as well. USB-C, you got some 5 volt 3 amps over here, and a USB-A. Let's see, they're both 5 volt 3 amps. So anyway, to turn them on, you click right here, and it'll show up here. We are at 80% charge, no input, no output. If you click over here, it will also swap over to that one. Now, I found that if you turn these off, it helps you to store or save more battery. So anyway, there's also some things that aren't shown here, like temperature or overload or a short. So those we may not ever get to see in this test, but they are present there. The display turns itself off, which is pretty nice. Now, there is a wireless charger, output 15 watts on the top, so you can just set your device right there and it will charge. There's a carrying handle that will fold back and go flat on the top there. If we turn over to the side, there's just a simple cooling fan there. Turn over to the other side, another spot for air to go into. And then if we turn to the back, there is a light. So we can click that, light comes on, click it again, it's brighter, and then there's SOS, I should say, and then off. So that is handy to have. I'm seeing that the display came back on. Let's turn on the light and see what kind of power is being consumed on the highest setting. Looks like 4 watts. So that is going to stay on for a very long time. No. Let's look, the video is going. And now that the unboxing portion of this product is done, let's take it out into the sun and charge it up with the solar panel. We know the unit is at 80% charge, so now it's time to get the solar panel connected and charge this up to 100 before we start using it. It's a crystal clear day out, so it should charge up pretty quick. On the back, it's got 2 clips that you can unsnap, and then right here in the middle is a water resistant bag, and that will allow you to unzip and get access to the positive and negative cables here. And that's where this adapter cable is going to come in handy, because you can connect up your positive and negative to this. I'm probably going to keep this one connected at all times to just make it easier to get this thing charged. So the connection there to the positive and the connection here to the negative, and then we'll just use that cable to the unit. And you can close this back up if you need to. Now down here is a little Velcro kickstand, and it allows you to set the panels up and have different angles. Cool. There's a little snap button down here at the bottom that you can connect to different angles, and it'll allow you to set this into the sun based on the time of year. So we will adjust that here in just a moment. Okay, let's open this back up. Looks like it's going to fold out into 4 different sections to be a total of 200 watts. So let me go ahead and get that fully extended here. And then, like I said, it's got the kickstand in the back, so let me show you that a little up close. I have this turned away from the sun so you can see how this little kickstand works. There is a webbing strap back here that can be unsnapped and moved to different positions, and that'll allow you to angle this in a different way based on the length of that cord there. So for now, I'm going to snap it right here in the middle one, and then we'll turn this into the sun, plug it up to the EB55, and see how well this thing charges. One thing I'm noticing is that this little snap right here wants to fold down over the panel, and that'll block just a little bit, so we may have to work on that to get it to stay out of the way. It's 2 o'clock in late September here in the mountains, and that means we've got only about 2 more hours of decent sun, so hopefully we can capture all of that and get this unit charged up to 100 before the trees take over. So there's the panel in full sun. Now charging this should be as simple as opening up the little input tab and then connecting this. It only goes one direction. So plug that up. Let's see here. Display turned on. Input. Let me bring it closer, you can see that. So it's currently charging from the sun at 146 watts. And it's blinking the last 2 over here from 80 to 100%. Now I noticed the fan came on and the box is pretty hot. So let's go ahead and move this over into the shade. This display is very reflective. But you can see 148 watts coming in. Now I wonder if I tilt these any, if it'll change some. It's pretty well direct right now. 147. Yeah, so changing the angle here does affect this a little bit, but it's pretty consistent at 148 watts coming in. So, like I said, it's 2 o'clock. We'll see what happens in about an hour to 2 hours to see if it has reached 100%. Now the fan kicked on and has stayed on, so maybe that's just something it's going to do while it's charging. Took right at an hour and a half to go from 80% up to 100, but the unit is now fully charged, so that is good news. The fan did run the whole time that it was charging, which I guess just helped to keep it from overheating. But all right, now the testing begins. Now that I have the EB55 fully charged, let's go ahead and plug in some things that I would use here in the house if I had a power outage situation. So for instance, here's a 50 watt LED bulb. Let's go ahead and push on the AC output side and plug this up. Woo, that is so bright. All right, let's turn that over there. Okay, that's using, it says 28 watts, so it says 50 watt output on the unit over here, but it's only doing 28. That's fine with me. I wonder how we turn on this charging up here. Let's see, maybe it's this, I don't know. I don't know, maybe this phone doesn't do that. But anyway, let's go ahead and plug up a USB here. That seems a bit loose. Maybe it'll still work. All right, this tablet right here has got 2% battery on it. Let's go ahead and plug this up. And I'm going to leave all of this on until this tablet is charged. So let's turn on the charging over here on the DC. There we go. All right, that just popped on and it is charging. Nice, okay. And then let's go ahead and turn on this. I'm not exactly sure how much that's gonna need there. That's also an LED bulb, so all right, we got 49 watts output so far. And then let me see if this phone can do charging or how to turn that on here from this unit. You know what, just for the fun of it, let's also go ahead and turn on that back light over there. And we're using 52 watts. So that ought to show us how quickly this drops from 100% with 52 watts being pulled. Approximately 3 hours into my test, the tablet is now charged to 100%. When that happened, I turned off the lights and basically everything else turned off because nothing was using power, which is really nice. So I can unplug that, and I did turn off the light in the back that was on over here because I went to bed. But anyway, it works just fine. Let's go ahead and test to see what we're at. So it used somewhere between 80 and 100%. I'm not exactly sure because it doesn't give you an exact percentage, just 20% increments. I need to make a single cut here on this board, and so I've got the EB55 that I can use this little circular saw with. I think it pulls over 400 watts, so let's plug it up and see how well this will operate on a pretty heavy load. We should still be around 80%, and we are. Well, I saw it pull up to 542 watts, so definitely quite a load off of this little power bank. I think that's pretty conclusive of what this unit can do. It did drop it down to 60% on that little run, so did consume a pretty good bit of power off of that. But yeah, I think that was pretty successful to run a decent sized power tool off of this little unit. The Bluetti EB55 is a well-built and impressive little device. I was able to charge tablet and cell phone no problem, and even ran that small circular saw, which got up to about 600 watts. So definitely has the capability of doing lots of different tasks. I think I'll be mostly using this for small camping trips and then also for power outage situations. The charging was really impressive with the 200 watt solar panel. This thing is heavy and well built. I can definitely tell that they have put a lot of time and effort into design of this product. I didn't try out the cigarette lighter, but I will do that for sure in the next video that I use this on. The wall plug seemed like it charged things just as well as the solar panel, so either of these options is great. Now the solar panel is sold separate, but I can tell you if you're going to be out for a couple of days or weeks, it is nice to have this panel, and it charged it really quick. If you want to check out the Bluetti EB55, I have a link to the Amazon page down below. They don't have any kind of discount code for me, but definitely check out this product. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.